To Jim Cantore. And Jim, I think a good way to travel today would be either by cross-country skis or how about snowmobile?
Yes. Oh, my gosh, that's perfect, Jen. Get the snow machine out and just whip across this powder. The good news is you have to be prepared for it. So think about it. Upstate New York, the central tier of New York, the Leatherstocking region, all the way into northern New England, just a huge dump of 10 to 20. Look at this stuff. I mean, it's knee deep out and through here. So it's tough to walk through. It's tough to trudge through. But we want you to go snowmobiling, certainly if you have the ability to do so. We want to keep you safe. All right, our big Weather Channel meteorologist, Ray Stajic, he's a huge snowmobiler, all right? And I want to talk to Ray a little bit. He joins us back from our Atlanta studios. Ray, you and I have both been out in snow machines, you more than me.
Right.
It's a $56 billion industry back in 2018. But you know what? This type of snow, especially when we're talking 20 inches of it, you can have some issues out there with your machine, can't you?
Yeah, you certainly can, Jim. I mean, one of the things you want to think about is your visibility, right? So, helmet, make sure you have a shield on, and that shield needs to be defrosted too. Some of the biggest things you come up against, Jim, when you're out there is what you're seeing here is, while you're riding, you actually end up with snow in the face from all those machines in front of you. This is a picture from a couple of years ago. That's me in the back there. And, you want to make sure your visibility is good. You certainly want to stay warm. But the two most important things, Jim, when we go out, we always worry about food and fuel, and then keeping yourself warm.
Absolutely. But let's talk about that because you're essentially creating a very cold wind chill factor, especially on a day like this. All right. So, let's say here we got 10-mile-per-hour winds. Our wind chill is about 20 degrees below zero. It's 4 below outside. But when you're on a snowmobile and you're going 20 miles an hour, 30 miles an hour, you're hammering that wind chill factor. You're down around 40 degrees below zero.
Yeah, you are, and that takes into account, what's blowing up against you. Usually it's from about the chest up, Jim, that you experience most of that, let's call pain from the wind and the cold. So hands are good on hand warmers. The feet are usually good.
It is pain.
Yeah, so your extremity's usually good. But, Jim, here's a solution for the cold in the head. I'm going to put it on for you. This is the best tool out there right now. Now, call it what you want. Cover the face, cover the head, put the helmet over the top of it. It's got many names, turtle fur, balaclava. We call it baklava. But give it the name that you want. These things are hot in the winter season up in Old Forge where we go. And the timing perfect for this segment, Jim. Heading up tomorrow, heading up to Old Forge, you're going to have a great time. We've got plenty of snow.
Oh, my God, you crushed that forecast. And, yeah, even out here, standing out in it, whether you're snowmobiling or not, we're doing good. Ray, where can people go, by the way, to get the latest trail conditions? I'm going to ask you one more question. Yeah,
you can find the website for Old Forge. It's oldforgeny.com, I believe. And actually in Vermont, the vast snow traveler system has a website, too, for snowmobile conditions in Vermont, too. Tug Hill also has snowmobile conditions. I mean, just Google Tug Hill snow conditions or Old Forge trail conditions. Plenty of snow conditions coming up there. And just want to let you know, Jim, I don't know if people realize that, but in New York State, 10,000 miles of snowmobile trails, and most of them are groomed either by local clubs, volunteers, or by some of the state funding.
Yeah, so it's good to have people go out and pack that trail. It makes everybody's job a little bit easier. You never want to get stuck out there. Ray, great stuff, buddy. Always great talking to you. Have a great time again out there. It's just cold. That's the deal. But again, guys, just to give you kind of a